Excellent game from us today. A little bit unfortunate that we didn't get a goal there at the end to won this game, but I thought it was an exciting game in both halves. Maybe they had a little bit better of us in that first half, and then the second half, I thought we definitely outperformed them. Uh, just proud of the team. They came out with so much desire and fight and believe, and even at halftime, we felt it. We felt that things were going really well when playing and sticking to the game plan. And we said, don't panic, just continue to do the same, but this time go get it. Because it's not just going to happen if you play well. You have to go and just put a little bit extra effort and continue pressing them. And I thought we made it really difficult for them in that second half. So outstanding performance. Got to give credit to Rudy. We were resting her a little bit, and that definitely worked because she's given us so much throughout the season, and we wanted her to go in with fresh legs in the second half when the other team was a little bit fatigued. And, it worked out this time around. So she got her 9th goal for the club, which is a club-leading goals. And Alyssa assisted with, I think it's her 4th assist of the season, so, a lot of credit to her. But overall, very good performance. Happy with the point. Frustrating we didn't get the 3 because we played it very well, and we like to make it harder on ourselves. This is what I told the team after the game. We did it last year as well, but we found a way all the way to the very end. And you know what? We're seems like we might be doing the same thing this year around.
All right, thanks, Coach. We're going to go ahead and open up to questions. If you are on the Zoom and you have a question, just use the raise your hand feature. We'll get you called on, but we're going to start. I'm sorry, if you're on Zoom, use the raise your hand feature. If you're here, I'll just look for your hand. So, Paula, go ahead.
Good evening, buenas noches, Albertin. Overall, what do you think about the performance of the team? You already say, but we have been talking this week that you guys always play well with Gotham FC, didn't get results. What was different tonight?
What was different? Well, the obvious, which was we ended up getting a point at least, but it was also because we didn't necessarily stop believing in ourselves, right? We continued playing. We felt that we were playing very well, even though when we conceded, and you could see the energy and the belief in that at halftime. That was the biggest difference, because in the past, when we've conceded, our heads kind of go down, and we're like, okay, this is going to be a tough one again for whatever reason. And a lot of credit to the players. Obviously, it's been a challenging season and playing well and not getting results. But today, they just said, look, we're going to make this happen. And that was the biggest difference. They did. They actually went out there. It wasn't necessarily the footballing, because the football, I think we got right in both halves. We were just a little bit better in the second half. But it came really down to them knowing that we were in a rhythm. We were playing well. There was good energy. And I have to give credit to our back line. They were solid. And Brooklyn playing her first game ever for the organization. And we were a lot more organized. That's a little bit of a difference too. We had pace in the back with Brooklyn and throughout, which made it difficult for them. And anytime that you stop the threat that they have up top with, their front 5 are some of the best players in the world, a lot of credit goes to our team.
Definitely, what do you think about Racheal, number 9? She scored a goal. She brought so much energy to the team, and also we had Racheal Hill with 150 appearances. So what do you think about these 2 players tonight? Thank you.
So I'll start off with Racheal Hill. She's just such a team player, a warrior, brings so much to this team on and off the field. She really always understands what we ask of the team. She has the discipline, she has the work ethic, and she's someone that I think will continue to help players around her, and more importantly, rookies, because Racheal Hill is a true professional. The way she carries herself, the way she practices every day, and I think that's really important for any team to have, because the rookies can look up to her and like, okay, you know what? There's a reason why she has 150 games, and she's I can't say enough about her. And then Kundananji, we know what she can do. She's special in so many ways, but to be honest, she's had a long season. She's played a lot of minutes. She was away with Zambia, also was pretty taxing on her body, and we finally decided to manage her this week a little bit, because she was fatigued at the end against Orlando. She has to come out at the very end because of her hamstrings. So now we did a credit to the medical staff, did a great job managing her. She came in fresh legs, came with confidence. She knew she was going to score. She just felt it. and she did her thing. So, so happy for her because, as you know, she just brings a lot of joy to the game, to the field, and the fans, because the fans erupted once she went in. And
La última pregunta en español. ¿Y qué piensa de la celebración multicultural para la herencia latina? Un saludo a todos. Muchas gracias.
pero primero, saludos a todos los latinoamericanos, pero más importante y lo más lindo, que jugamos fútbol en un día así, porque el fútbol es el deporte más lindo del mundo, ¿verdad? Y por eso fue hoy, yo creo, muy especial que jugamos buen fútbol también. No nada más que no perdimos, pero como jugamos. Y eso es así, somos latinos, nosotros ¿cómo se dice? Somos orgullosos así cuando se juega el fútbol de esta manera.
Muchas gracias.
Gracias.
Brian?
So, last 2 weeks, you've had draws against two of the top 4 perennial teams in this league. You had a newcomer today, Brooklyn. She had a game-saving play about 85 where she kicked the ball out of bounds, and then, looking like, hey, look, I can kick it out of bounds because I'm going to beat them in the air, and she goes and she beats her girl in the air, just backing that up. Individual play, team play today, is this what you were expecting all season when you went to training camp the last 2 weeks? Because it seems like these 2 games, it's finally come together.
It is, but remember, there's, not to make excuses, there are challenges that have come along the way, right? And then when you lose 2 starting center backs that are your leaders and captains, it takes time to find who's going to be the one that replaces those 2 players, right? And then not only who replaces them, but who plays well together. Because a lot of credit goes to Kelly and Joelle that have done outstanding for us, but it's just also, okay, who can help each other and complement each other well. Unfortunately, Joelle wasn't healthy today, and she couldn't play, but what a great opportunity for Brooklyn to step in. And Brooklyn's a player that we have also been very impressed with quite some time. I actually was really high on her last year when she was playing at USC, and I thought she could be a player that could have an impact in this league. And the fact that she comes in and has a performance against one of the best teams in the league, it's very impressive. But is it coming together? Yeah, I'd like to say that certain pieces are. And we'll just have to wait and see next game, right? Because we're slowly moving forward, but now it's like, okay, if it is coming together, let's put the finishing touch and get 3 points in these next few games. But continue to enjoy ourselves like we did today.
Because at this point, 3 games, 3 points out of that last playoff spot, 3 games left. How are you feeling about your chances?
Well, so I think we have 5 games left, if I'm not mistaken. We might
I
have.
thought it was 24 for the season.
So
24, 26.
we have 5 games left. I'm pretty
Okay,
sure we do.
okay.
And
You-
so
that's
you're scared.
even
No, it's
better.
okay. Yeah, you scared me. With 3 games, I'm like, whoo. But
Let's count it.
this is why it's like, hey, we're just slowly getting there. But what we're pleased as a staff is our football's gotten better. We're organized. We're playing in a little different way. And like you said, 2 very good teams, Orlando and Gotham. If we can continue moving forward with the way we've been playing, I think time will tell. But I think we've got a good shot.
Coach, was the decision then to start Brooklyn instead of bringing her off the bench was because Joelle wasn't able to play today, or what did you see in her in training this week that made you feel confident to throw her out there to the wolves of Gotham?
Right. So it's a combination of things. She's on loan with us, so she joined us about 2.5, 3 weeks ago. So we had to give her time. And what we've seen at practice has been excellent, and she's got the pace, and it's a little bit of, she was, unfortunate for Joelle that she couldn't play, but because of that, Brooklyn then stepped in. And her and Sydney knew each other. They've played a little bit together because they both came from Carolina. So there's a little bit of that chemistry as well. And for center backs, it's so important that those 2 can complement each other. And that's what we've seen throughout the entire week of practice. And I just told her, do what you've always done. Okay? Go enjoy it and play the way that you've always played, because I think she's a very good player and has a bright future.
Right. And not to take anything away from Kelly or Joelle, but seeing how well Brooklyn and Sydney played today and both solidified those center back positions, do you feel confident now going forward in these final 5 games to have them there, and that's one less worry now you have to worry about?
I'll have to go back and watch more video, but I mean, they all have different strengths, so it also depends on the opponent. And Brooklyn brings a type of pace that was important against this game. Joel and Kelly. Kelly's, I think, is very dominant in the air, so it depends on who we play. And Joel's left foot playing out of the back is one of the best as well. So it'll come down to, the opponent and who plays well at practice, which this is a good thing now. There's competition there. And then, well, what I will say is Sydney, she's our center back on the right side for sure. She's kind of like taking that position, and she's helping whoever's next to her with her voice, her presence, and her understanding of the game. She's done an excellent job.
And one last one for me. With Carly Lima, what have you seen from her play? Has it improved over the last couple of games? Like, what have you seen from her?
Very much so, because we've always known that she has the pace, she can get in behind, but we were asking her to be a little bit better in holding the ball up for us. And you saw today, she made some really good decisions. It wasn't just take off and run. She was able to collect the ball for us, hold it, use her body, connect a pass or two, then we would start the attack. So that part of the game has improved, and then her understanding of how to defend, and those players behind her are also helping her. So it's just a combination of so many things improving throughout the season.
All right. Sorry, do you have one more?
Yeah, so, because you were talking about the way that Sydney and Brooklyn played together today, fullbacks, especially center fullbacks, they kind of had that swagger, that body language. And they both seemed to have that today, where every time somebody attacked them, they were just like, oh, no, I got you right here. And it just felt different, and it felt like the outside backs did not have to work nearly as hard, and the counter was working so much faster today. Were you guys feeling that as well, or is that just something that we're looking at the body language and feeling it?
No, that's a good observation. Well done. They were calm, they were composed, they were directing the back line, which obviously helps the outside backs, but also the midfield. So there's a lot of communication, and they felt like they had each other's back. No one was going to get beat with speed because they were covering each other really well. So, yeah, we felt it, and we saw that, and we'll see how it continues to move forward.
Because part of what that is when we've been seeing Abby for the better part of the year and a half, and Abby may be the best who's ever done it in the women's game, and she's got that look.
Yeah.
She's got that don't come at me look. And they had that today. And
yeah.
it looked different, which is why it felt like Orlando was not getting a win in this house today.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, the way those two played with that swagger, confidence, it just passed it on, and it was infectious to the rest of the group. And that's why we grew in that second half, because there was a little uncertainty. I mean, how can it not be with Brooklyn going there? But halftime, like, wow, hey, she's getting it done. She's outstanding. So we were able to push forward a little bit more and get the numbers forward with our outside backs. And it was a big difference. So, yeah, a lot had to do with kind of her confidence and how she carried herself.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Good evening, guys. This week I spoke with Albertin about you guys playing well with Gotham FC, but didn't get results. Albertin just say we have enough energy tonight that makes us different. We believe we were well organized. Especially I'm gonna talk to you, Racheal. What was going through your mind before you entered to the game, and how do you get so much energy to score that goal? Congratulations.
Thank you. I think it's just, whether you start or you're on the bench, I think it's just the mentality you set and say, oh, this is what's going on. Because the mentality I had was like someone who's in the first 11. So I was just waiting for that time, that opportunity to come, which came, and I grabbed it. So like I was so glad, but like today I needed the rest. So yeah, and I'm happy that the team helped me to like take some rest. Even everybody who stepped up to set the tone, because even when I was on the bench, I was just worried to say, if I go in, I don't need to make a mistake, because everybody, they are giving it all.
This is for both. What was the communication in the locker room? How did you guys achieve it to have that energy and well organized, different to other games? Thank you so much.
Yeah, so we have been talking about all week how we're so close, and if we just fix the little things and especially just give effort, then the little things will come. And I think the effort and energy all across the field showed today, and that helped with our passing and our patience and getting into the final third. So, yeah, I think that energy really showed today.
Last question, you guys have Racheal Hill, she has 150 games. What do you think about that she's part of the club and you guys think?
I think she's a great teammate, and like she has brought the experience that she have in she had playing in the NWSL for so many years, you know, and like I enjoy being a part of her teammate and everything. And congrats to her, you know, it's not easy.
So 2 weeks in a row, first 2 times results against 2 of the perennial top 4 teams in the league. You've been here for the entire history of the team. What does that mean for you?
You know, despite losing games we lost, you know, we still are focusing on still being in the game and trying to build a very beautiful team, a very big team, and helping one another, trusting one another, being there for one another. This means a lot to me. Like individually, I would say it means a lot, the support that I'm getting from my teammates, the coaches, like everybody. Like, it means a lot to me because that's what makes a team.
So Brooklyn, we talked with Coach about fullback swagger. Center backs have to have that thing. Right now, you and Sydney are playing in front of 2 because of 2 injuries. One to maybe the best lady to ever play the game at center back, and you tonight looked like you had that swagger. You kicked that ball out of bounds at 85. Then followed up with going and beating the ball in the air and clearing it. How did the 2 of you feel with the communication? And we could notice that you were stuffing runs and then getting the ball outside for counters today. How did you feel in that defensive effort, and how did you feel that just the team just all played to get this result?
Yeah, playing next to Sid is easy for me because we've known each other. We've been playing together for a while, so I feel like we know what each other is going to do, and we feed off of each other. She was helping me back there. We were communicating, so I think that helps with my confidence because I know my teammate next to me has my back, and I think playing center back, like, you need that good communication because you are a pair. Mm-hmm. And, yeah, playing next to her has been awesome today, and I think that helped with the whole communication in the back line. Everyone was making good tackles and cleaning up for each other. So, yeah, I think it was a good team effort all around defensively.
It seemed like although Jordan was her normal talkative self, she wasn't as animated today. It was a little more calm, her communication today. Were you feeling that? Was she trying to be calm and keep everybody just kind of even today?
Yeah, I feel like today did feel like everyone was kind of calm in the back and all around the field. I think sometimes that is a good thing, to be calm and have like good composure. So yeah, we were swinging around the back. I felt calm with her behind me. So yeah, I would say we were all pretty calm and composed today.
Hi, Brooklyn, Martin, College Bailey Sports Route. It just seemed like, you know, with you and Sydney, you know, in the back line there, it just made it looked like you guys were so comfortable because you played with each other, and that almost seems like that gave the confidence for the rest of the team to move forward and do an attack. Is that something you guys maybe you and Sydney discussed before the game about, you know, just anchoring that back line and making sure that Gotham didn't get the quality chances that they really didn't get today, that especially you guys dominated that second half?
Yeah, me and Sid got to work together in practice all week, and we were just talking the entire time of the things we needed to do, and communication was the biggest thing we talked about. If we could communicate well the whole time, we would be successful, and I felt like we could do that, and that was because of the work we got to do together through the week.
And when you speak of confidence, and so was it having her next to you like that made the transition a little bit easier, as opposed to if you were coming into a new team and you didn't have that, I guess, what comfortability, for lack of a better word, with your teammate like her?
Yeah, I think that always helps knowing people. I know a few people on the team, like Abby Camper, Caprice Didasco, Penelope Hawking. I know a good amount of people, so I think that helps tremendously coming into an environment where people are there to help you. Everyone was lifting me up before the game, which that gave me the confidence. Sid next to me, yeah, everyone gave me confidence today, and I feel like that's why I felt confident.
All right, and the last one for me, Racheal, another goal. Again, congratulations. But were you really antsy not starting tonight and have no way to come off the bench?
Yeah, I was even happy to have that rest because I feel my body a little bit fatigued because I've played so many games during the national duty and also at the club level. Like I've played almost all the games, so I felt like I needed this rest. I was supposed to take it last week, but like it wasn't easy. This week, the coach was just like, okay, I'm not starting you today. This week, I was like, okay. He told me after the game last week, so I was like, okay. So even when I was playing, I'm like, why do I look like I'm starting? And then yesterday he came to me, was like, oh, you're not starting, don't worry. I'm like, oh, okay, thank you. So when I came, when today, I was just happy. They can tell you, like, I was just happy as if I'm starting. I'm just here and there, just doing all my game day rituals, like listening to music, making some noise in the dressing room. And when I was on the bench, I was just like trying to analyze and see when I come in, what am I bringing in? Because everybody has stepped up and they are always like fighting. They are always aggressive on the ball. What am I bringing on? So like, I just saw where the weakness was and like, also like.
And I take it through your goal. Did you knew you had that space in there to do the shot you wanted to do right there?
Yeah, when Elisa had a touch on the ball, like I had to check behind, and the only pressure I had was somebody who was coming forward. So I knew if I just chip a little bit on her, the ball goes this side, and nobody was calling me like to tell me what to do. Everyone was just quiet. So my heart was just calm and to say, just do what you're thinking. So I had to chip the ball when the ball was moving. I had to look up and look again on the ball and just like whip it at the back post, which was already, no one was there because I knew the goalkeeper was already obstructed by the defenders.
Thank you.
And you have one more?
Yeah, so 5 games left. They added a team this year. That's where those other two came from. So 5 games left. How are you feeling? And then Brooklyn, this is your first time playing in, you've been in the house, but first time playing in the house. This is the loudest house in the league. How did that affect you, and how did that, kind of elevate your game tonight?
Yeah, having the fans behind us tonight was very important to the game. Hearing them scream Bay FC the whole time helped us, and I felt like they gave us that extra boost that we needed. And especially going into the second half, that was very important. And I feel like that's where the goal came from because we had that momentum, and after that, it continued. So having that audience behind us was amazing, and hopefully we can continue that.
But 5 games left. You're 3 points out of that last spot. How do you feel about getting in there and taking that chance?
We don't need, we have no pressure because we feel like right now we have nothing to lose. We just need to give it out, to give our best, and like always focus like in each game. We can win all the 5 games and also go back, like even qualify for the playoffs. So like we just need to focus, continue working hard, and just continue being us.
All right. Well, thanks, everybody.